morning. I'm sitting on my sofa. I've had a very leisurely start to today because I cleared my workload ready for a day of adventure today, and then I ended up waking up really early. I think I was a bit excited. I'm going on a date with my boyfriend. I thought we have got a bit routine with the sorts of things that we do together, you know. So let's try and do some interesting things. So one of the things that we did was go to Flatholm Island, and I'll link that video in the description and also in the end screen in case you'd like to watch that. There was a whole big adventure. It was amazing. But today we are going to the Clifton Suspension Bridge because apparently they do tours. For £15 you can have a tour, and there's like big vaults inside it, and you have to put a hard hat on, high-vis jacket and all that, and have a guided tour. So that's what we're going to do. I'm very excited. Well, I eventually made it onto the train. The one I had aimed to get was actually cancelled, so I had a little think. I rang my boyfriend up quickly. I said, shall I pop to Greg's and buy our lunch now, because we had been planning to pull up the car somewhere en route and buy lunch. So I said, we'll get back the time that way. So I did that. So I've got us some tuna crunch rolls in the bag. Actually, it was only an extra 70p to get 2 drinks. So I picked a bottle of Coke up for me and a bottle of water up for him. That is in there, lurking. And those are the rolls. Yes, I might regret that onion later, but I will sure enjoy eating it. It's tuna crunch melt or something like that. And it started to rain as soon as I found out the train was cancelled as well. So lovely. Not the best start, but never mind. I'm doing a quick dash to another platform. Oh, I think this goes there. I just jumped on it because it's about to leave. Oh, blimey, it's a funny noise, isn't it? I really hope it's going there. I think so. I'm literally trying to check the board as I'm going past. Oh, I'm sure it goes to Newport. Yeah, it does, definitely. Whew. I'm going to be earlier than I said now because I got an earlier connection. This one's late, I think. I'm only on this train for about a quarter of an hour at the most. I might as well just lurk here in the passageway, to be honest. I kind of feel like it. I don't know, it's like metaphor, like, I don't know, you're on the way somewhere, you're in between two things. Just standing looking at the back gardens and things. I've tapped on and I'm going to tap off today instead of buying a ticket. You can check on the Transport for Wales website. It's worth checking advance on the website. Even if you've got a rail card, it can sometimes be cheaper to tap on and tap off. And this one is, it's a lot cheaper. Even with my third off with my rail card, it's still cheaper to tap on and tap off. Sometimes there's not much in it, and other times there's a lot of difference, like 12 quid difference or something. It's definitely worth checking. There's literally a function to do it on the website where you compare the prices. I'm not sure if it shows the rail card price, but it does show the full price, but you can easily just subtract a third from that, can't you? We'll be in Newport in a flash. Oops, oh, I just banged the camera on the window. There we are, I told you. Okay, I won't forget my bag. Well, thank you for having me. This train keeps lunging sideways. Need to hold on, clearly. I can hear water sloshing around. It must be the loo or the tank. I love being out and about like this. I feel so free. I've got quite a happy association with Newport rail station because I associate it with going on holiday via Bristol airport. Quite often get picked up from here. On one of my travel days, I vlogged me sitting at that cafe down there because I'd travelled early because there was a strike on and I'd allowed extra time, but I didn't need to at all. So I ended up waiting for ages, so I treated myself to a lovely hot chocolate and did some work on my laptop there, and I remember it fondly. Wowzers, and I'm suddenly very, very, very hot. This is a bit like a giant greenhouse, and I've got a jumper on, so I think, right, I'm literally going to stop and take my jumper off. That's better. Got it tied around my waist now. Right, so I've got to remember to tap off. I mean, you can't really forget when there's a barrier. If there isn't a barrier and you forget, you get charged more. I get to try my new homemade muff out again for this Osmo Pocket. It's been quite windy. Right, anyway, I am here 10 minutes earlier than he's expecting. Oh my goodness. It's always right at this moment. That's gonna be lovely on my audio. Straight into my sandwich once I got in the car, and we're on our way to Bristol. Well, we've arrived. We're a good 20 minutes before we're due in there. Luckily, we've managed to actually find a parking space. He's just gone off to pay for it. I'm just going to put my wind muff on. My wind muff is apparently disintegrating. Half the Velcro's just fallen off. Whoops. Right, I think we're managing. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, we nearly ended up going over the Clifton Suspension Bridge, which is £1, and I think it might be £1 each way. So I'm glad we didn't manage to turn around and find a parking spot. He's just paying at the machine. And we're going to walk down. We're going to go to where there's the museum, because there is a Clifton Suspension Bridge museum. So we're going to go in there and ask, because we're not actually quite sure where we've got to go, but we've got enough time. Right, he's coming back. I'm going to get out now. Just nearly walked into Ibu, losing my balance. I was trying to look at something. Anyway, that says the bridge is going to be closed on whatever date that was. So the museum's just down there. See, I don't know how big it is. It can't be that big. And there is the bridge. I expect we'll be walking over it, I'd imagine. Well, here you go. There's the museum. Open 10 till 5. Free entry. We're putting hard hats.
So those who've got the hats need one of the blue high-vis jackets.
Okay, high-vis jackets now.
Yeah, well, it's a nice colour. You've got to work to get one of those. It will be dripping. Yes, it will be dripping. Yes.
I'm alright.
Sure.
Yeah. I tried to put it on over my bag and it was a mistake. We're all high-vised and hard-hatted up, and we're going off on our tour now, following the group. Ooh, we're on the bridge, we're on the bridge. He's already getting excited about the bridge. Getting a closer look at that just now when it was down that level. Wow, we're high up, aren't we? I forgot about the height bit. The amount of times we've driven past this on the way to holidays to the airport, you know.
Here we are on the...
We've had a nice little talk on the bridge about the design and the competition that there was to find the design in the first place, and all sorts of interesting things. And now we've come back off the bridge, over the crossing, and through a gate or a door, whatever it was, that was locked. You can't do this, I think, if you're not on the tour. And now we're going down, 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 because there are actually vaults in here. But anyway, they thought it was solid. They didn't realise, because the plans were lost. And then they found it's hollow, and there's loads of chambers in there, so we are going in them. But sign disclaimers so that we, be careful and all that, because it's potentially dangerous. Oh, and a bit more talk. Okay, one funny story later. So that was before they built the bridge, wasn't it? Yeah, so the man was just saying that before they built the bridge, they had an iron bar going across, and that stones that he was standing on, that was part of it, and they used to charge 5 shillings to go across in a basket. And on one occasion, a couple on their wedding day went across in it, and it got stuck because the rope that pulls them up broke. It sort of bows in the middle, so it would trundle down on its own, and then it would have to be pulled back up, but the rope broke, so they were stuck there for a while, but they did eventually manage to get another rope. Just waiting to go in. We got to climb down a skinny ladder, which is vertical. Oh, there is the ladder. People are starting to go down it. So, right, so I'm going to put this camera away and concentrate on that from the bottom of that ladder. I'm just going to show you. It's not bad at all. It's quite easy. Somebody's coming down it now, but there's proper steps on it. So anyway, we're going in now. Oh, wow. 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 Look at that.
I mean, it's only been here 200 years. It's not like the caves. What I tell you is the result of educated guesses by people who understand these things better than I do. But as I said, there is no actual documentation of this. This is the natural rock face of the gorge. It's not exposed to rain, so it looks a bit dirty, unlike the stones that you see outside. And it slopes down to the river that way. The arched ceiling is what's really strong. That's what's holding up what's above us. These end walls are really just infill, they're not doing anything much. And as the rain comes through, the line leaches out and forms these stalactites. They grow quite quickly. They're somewhat different from the ones you see at Cheddar Gorge because they're hollow. and they're like straws. But they're quite weak and thin, so after they get to a certain length, they fall off under their own weight. That's why we don't see any reaching to the bottom. You can see some studded mice there, trying to reach up to the ceiling, but of course they don't fall off.
We're about to do a rather fun bit, crawling through a little hole. Oh, it's not very big. It's tiny. You've got to keep bending down. You said wait till you're on the wooden floor before you stand up or you'll bang your head. Wow.
In the largest of the vaults, this light you see coming through these tunnels, it looks a bit like daylight, and it isn't after daylight, it's artificial light. And these are the tunnels that the guy came through when he first discovered them. This is the size tunnel that he was crawling through. Much like in the other chambers, JB, you can see these time bars. Who knows where the river is?
Stalactites and stalagmites. Oh, over there. Some good ones.
And I'll get the plan now.
We're going back through the hole now. You have to kind of bend over. Bending over. I reckon all this rubble's here because they just like dropped it through that hole. And they're like, oh well, just chuck it in. Nobody will ever find it. Why am I so zoomed in? This, yeah, it is. This doorway that we're going through out now. It's done with diamond borers apparently. Let me just show you the shape. Because this wasn't originally here, they bored the hole so you could get in and out basically. Oh, we're going back up the ladder again. Oh, it's really warm out here, really balmy and mild compared to when there it was a lot cooler. Just waiting to go up the ladder. You see the cars down there? We have to go up one at a time so nobody falls on somebody's head.
When you're here, you're only halfway down the structure.
We're up in the museum now, having a quick look, a quick 10 or 20 minutes, then we're going to grab a coffee and have it in the car going back. Look, that's a picture of the suspension bridge, because obviously I haven't really showed it to you properly from a distance. Oh, look, I wonder when that photo is from. Look at the gentleman there with the dog, people going across it on horseback. This museum is free to get into. This bit you can pop into. The tour, I think, was £15 a head, and that's called the hard hat tour. Look at those old big tall hats there. Work stopped during construction for 18 years. Normal story. They ran out of money, didn't they? They built the two things of supports either side and ran out of money. It was causing the locals annoyance and they wanted them taken down, but luckily they didn't. And they eventually got funding to carry on. Bridge opening date, 8th of December, 1864. Gosh, there's a picture of it, all those crowds there cheering. Wow, what a big event that must have been. There's Isambard Kings and Brunel there. That was in 1859. He's the guy that designed this thing. Oh gosh, look at this image here from 1862, just that thing going across. I wonder if that's what the basket was on, you know, that the marrying couple went on, that we heard the story about. This image is from 1863. I'm doing the timeline round the wrong way, basically. So this is 1843, so we're going back in time. I think it's kind of fun to go back in time, actually. These were built. So we were down in this. Oh, what will be that? Which side is which? They didn't find a lot in the abutments. All they reckon they found was a pick, which is this, I think, and also a clay pipe. Other than that, there was nothing in there. Oh gosh, look at some of these early incarnations of suspension bridges. Look at that poor horse there. He must have been blooming terrified. As I mentioned earlier, there was a competition to design the bridge, and here in the museum they've got a load of the former designs that didn't make it through. Quite a lot of different ones. Rejected. Oh, there's a 3D model of where we just were. The abutments, look. This is the bit you see above here. You might be wondering why on earth we've got them. Why didn't they just build into the rock? Well, it's because at the time it was thought that one solid bit of bridge could only be a certain length and couldn't be any longer. So it's based on that. That's why they built this, to put it on, rather than just going all the way to where the natural rock started. Otherwise it would have been longer. They had to compromise. I bet old Isambard knew that, you know. I bet he did, but I think he probably just had to go with the advice of the day. Oh, that must be the clay pipe they found. Clay pipe fragments found. Oh, that must be a copy then, or something, or an alternative. Those clay pipes I know are very, very common finds. Oh, it's me and Isambard, look. Hi. I'm going to have a quick look in the gift shop because my mum's got a birthday coming up, so I'm probably not going to show you what I get her. He's got tied up doing admin a minute, so I thought I'll come and just do a bit of filming while he's busy. I found this Clifton Suspension Bridge Trust Bylaws and Rules 1952 here. I presume these must still be the rules. I'm going to do this so you can stop and read if you want to, you know, pause the video. Go. So in case you didn't know, you can actually walk across this bridge. That is shut off that side at the moment because they're doing works on it, but I think they're both normally open. So look how high up we are. Oh my goodness, look at that silty river down there. The amount of times we've driven down there, and I've pointed this bridge out from the car going past. It's lovely to be up on it at the moment. Oh goodness, wow. Something you don't do every day, isn't it? There's an amazing view of that side, but that's closed off today at the moment. Right, I'm going to head back anyway to where he's doing his admin, and then we're going to come back over this way and get coffee because there's a little coffee hut there, but it's just closing up for the day. So we're going to spend a little bit more time, grab a coffee, and then head back to South Wales again. I'm reunited with my other half. He's just going over the bridge. He pointed that out. It's the observatory, apparently. I was like, how did I not notice that before? But there it is in all its glory. Right, I'm gonna go get coffee. We've just come over the other side and we've just stopped to have a little look down at the gorge. I think that's what you would call that. I presume this is glacial. It's got to be in it. Look at that rock face. And we've noticed, oh, I can't see it now. I think it's just a little bit obscured from sight. It's maybe for there. But there's like a little yellow fence in the rock and what looks a little bit like a hollowed out bit. And there's a viewing telescope thing in there. So we're wondering if there's an entry to it, like through a tunnel or something. Now there's the observatory up there, look. Excuse me if there's any wind. This is my action cam, but it is blooming windy right now. Yes, let's get the coffee. I'm really thirsty actually. I think it'll go down the action in no time. There are toilets here actually at this cafe here. It's called Chapter and Holmes. And also, in case you want to find out more information about the bridge, there's the website. And you can find out more information about any events or tours, that sort of thing. That's for the 2 p.m. bridge tour. Meet your guide this side of the bridge every Saturday, Sunday and bank holiday.
Is yours just an Americano?
Yeah, so yours will be the really delicious one with more milk. I would say mine is the Americano with milk. Looks like it. Yes, yours is definitely the flat white. Oh well, isn't this lovely? So I'm back, it's the evening now. The tour was absolutely lovely. The guides were so friendly and welcoming. It felt like, I don't know, like just such a nice group feeling to go down all together and do that tour. It was so interesting. Apparently the plans for that, whatchamacallit, has been lost. And they were saying if it turns up in anybody's grandma's attic, can you please let them know? So if you find the, abutments in, but I've forgotten the flipping name of it. If you find the designs for that bridge in your loft, can you please let them know? They'd like to know. Because originally, they didn't realise that thing was actually hollow. They thought it was solid because many years ago, they drilled to see if it was, you know, they'd find a cavity. And then at that time, they didn't. But what they didn't realise was the walls were exceedingly thick. So it was by surprise, really, that they discovered that they were hollow inside. They'd been completely sealed in for absolutely ages, and a guy went down on a rope exploring it. So yeah, and they were calling down, "Are you all right in there?" Because he was crawling on his hands and knees through these little passageways and things. So yeah, there's a few little mysteries in there that they're not quite sure what certain things are for. So they'd love to see the plans if they ever materialise. They may well have been lost forever. But anyway, that was a little adventure for us. My boyfriend really enjoyed it. So we'll have to think of what to do next, won't we, on our next adventure together? Maybe in a month or so. Anyway, I'm going to get on and cook our dinner now. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please give it a like if you happen to like it. Subscribe to watch more videos from me. And as I always do, I will pop some end screen elements on here for you to choose from. Playlist, the odd video, that sort of thing. So you can watch some more content from me right now. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!